We all know that earthquakes can be dangerous. In fact, there are thousands of them that occur every single year across the globe. And some of them can get really, really big. But despite how destructive they can be, we still can't help but to sometimes wonder what it would feel like if one were to strike where we are at the time. Maybe you want a big one so you can finally get out of your town, or maybe you just want to see what it looks like. Well, today we have compiled a list of 10 interesting quotes about earthquakes for you to enjoy. So let's get started. Number 10, the earth is shaking in its shoes. The earth in this case is not literally wearing shoes, of course. Instead, this quote by author Hal Borland is referring to the trembling or rumbling that happens before an earthquake occurs. This type of behavior from our planet has been witnessed by people for centuries and has been described by many different cultures in different ways. Some say it sounds like thunder, while others say it sounds like footsteps. No matter what you call it, though, it's clear that there are some warning signs before an earthquake takes place. And this saying is a reminder to be aware of our surroundings and listen for any potential danger. Number 9, quakes, like conscience, cannot be hid. An earthquake is a powerful natural phenomenon that can shake the very foundations of our homes, cities, and even our lives. And author Hal Borland reminds us that we can't hide from them, no matter how much we might try. It's a sobering thought, but one that we need to remember if we're ever going to be truly prepared for one. Earthquakes don't care about our plans or our schedules. They happen when they happen. And the only thing we can do is to try to be ready for them. That means having a plan in place for what to do when an earthquake strikes, as well as making sure our homes and workplaces are safe. It's not always easy, but it's important. The good news is that there are resources available to help us prepare for earthquakes. By taking the time to learn about earthquake safety and preparedness, we can better protect ourselves and our loved ones. Number 8. An earthquake is the most awful sound that there is on Earth. When an earthquake hits, the ground shakes violently, and buildings and other structures can collapse. People may be injured or killed, and entire communities can be devastated. But perhaps even more frightening than the physical destruction caused by an earthquake is the sound that accompanies it. The roaring, rumbling, and crashing of buildings and other objects can be deafening and terrifying. For those who have experienced an earthquake, the sound is seared into their memories, and they will never forget it. But they can also be a catalyst for positive change, helping us to see what really matters in life. Number 6, earthquakes don't kill people. It's the buildings that fall on them. While it is true that earthquakes can cause significant damage to property and infrastructure, it is the way we build and design our homes, businesses, and public buildings that ultimately determines the level of destruction and loss of life. For example, in areas that are prone to earthquakes, it is important to use earthquake-resistant building materials and construction methods. By taking these precautions, we can ensure that our structures are able to withstand seismic activity and protect the people inside. In addition, it is also important to have building codes and regulations in place that are regularly updated to reflect the latest research and technology. By investing in earthquake-resistant construction, we can create safer and more resilient communities that are better prepared for the risks of living in earthquake-prone areas. So next time you feel an earthquake, remember it's not the earth that's dangerous, it's what's on top of it. Number 5, When an earthquake happens, people run outside. When there's a nuclear power plant nearby, people run inside. This quote highlights the importance of knowing your surroundings and being aware of the potential risks in different situations. In the event of an earthquake, it is generally safe to stay inside as long as you are away from windows and any potential falling objects. However, if you live near a nuclear power plant, the situation is much more serious. In the event of an earthquake, there is a risk of nuclear meltdown and radiation release. Therefore, it is important to have a plan in place for evacuating the area if necessary. It is also important to stay informed about the status of the power plant and follow the instructions of local authorities in the event of an emergency. Remember, when an earthquake happens, people run outside, but if there's a nuclear power plant nearby, people run inside. 4. Some people are afraid of a big earthquake because they think it will destroy their city. They're wrong. A big earthquake will destroy everything. This quote by author Stephen King reminds us that nothing in life is guaranteed. Even the mightiest of cities and the tallest of buildings can be brought down in an instant by the power of nature. It is a humbling thought, but one that we must always keep in mind. We live in a world that is full of uncertainties, and we can never be truly safe from harm. No matter how strong or invincible we may feel at times, we must always remember that we are at the mercy of the natural world. Earthquakes are a powerful reminder of this truth. They are a force of nature that cannot be controlled or predicted. They can strike at any time and without warning, causing widespread destruction and loss of life. In the face of such power, we are all equal. Our wealth, status, and power mean nothing. We are all simply at the mercy of the earth itself. Number 3. A minor earthquake is a blessing. Major ones are reminders. Many people view earthquakes as purely negative events. They are associated with death, destruction, and despair. However, this point of view ignores the fact that earthquakes can also be beneficial. By studying and monitoring earthquakes, we can learn more about the inner workings of the earth. We can also develop technologies that can be used to harness the energy of earthquakes. Earthquakes are a reminder of the awesome power of nature. They are also an opportunity for us to learn and grow. Number 2, to sit on an earthquake is like sitting on a barrel of gunpowder. This quote by author Leo Tolstoy is a powerful metaphor for the feeling of living in an environment that is on the verge of collapse. Just as a person sitting on a barrel of gunpowder is in constant danger of being blown up, so too is someone living in an unstable environment at risk of being destroyed by the forces around them. Earthquakes are a prime example of this. Living in a seismically active area can be like sitting on a ticking time bomb. One never knows when the earth is going to shake and the destruction is going to begin. However, this saying is not limited to natural disasters. Any situation in which a person feels like they are on the edge of something big is fair game. For example, someone living in a volatile relationship is in a metaphorical sense sitting on a barrel of gunpowder. The tension is building and eventually it is going to blow. The same can be said for someone who is holding on to a failing business or a dying dream. All of these situations are like sitting on a barrel of gunpowder. There is a sense that something is about to happen, but you can't control it. You are at the mercy of the forces around you. Number 1. When the earth trembles, the old foundations are gone. This quote is both a literal and figurative description of what happens during an earthquake. Earthquakes can literally shake the foundations of our homes and buildings, causing them to collapse. But they can also figuratively shake our foundations, as in our beliefs, values, and way of life. Earthquakes are a powerful reminder that nothing lasts forever and that we must be prepared to adapt to change. So there you have it, 10 interesting quotes talking about earthquake. If you enjoyed this video, please leave us a like and comment down below which quote you liked best. Also, check out our other videos for more fun facts and information. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.